A beautiful good evening, friends of the virtual plane, and to the best of our knowledge and belief, realistic agriculture. Thanks to Wendy for this text. My name is Paul. With me today is Irsin Rainer.
Guten Tag.
Just to confuse everyone.
And the one and only Disturb.
Hello.
I think you should have said it with a slightly English accent.
You get what you get.
How is everybody? Fatty Gubby, hello. Cat in the Desert, hello. Mark English, hi. And Fatty, or what is it? This 1.49 euro whatever you do there with the what? I still have no clue what the money means. It just says you paid for something I have no clue of. And a hot dog for one.
Can buy more.
Yeah. No, you say sorry. You say Disturb. What?
It means you can go buy more food.
Oh. Yeah, problem is every donation and stuff that goes on YouTube, YouTube takes 50 or 60% of it. So if someone wants to support or tip someone, it's much easier to do it on PayPal, because then 100% go to the one you want to support. This is it's really annoying what they do, how much YouTube takes. Let's see what happens when Elon Musk buys YouTube. Metatron, hello. Calypso, Dorson, morning.
One of the nice things about Buy Me a Coffee is you get a lot more than you get from YouTube anyway, in terms of percentage, and
yeah,
it's probably more comfortable for people than just PayPaling you cash.
Okay. Why doesn't it work? It should work. Oh! Because I'm on the wrong... Now it works. I have to lower it. No! It's still not working. It's still not working. Why? Oh boy. I can tell you, I tested it before and it worked. Oh.
Whatever it is, it looks nice.
Yeah, but it doesn't work, so... What the... It makes the sound. Doesn't make the texture.
I had the same problem yesterday.
Yeah, and that's why
with a converted applicator? Yeah, applicator.
Oh wait, did I...
That manual attack thing.
The problem is I hopped so often on and off the server today. I'm not quite sure.
Didn't Sam want to come as well?
Yeah. But it's still Sam, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I turned everything on. Oh, it lost something. Yeah, now it's working. Now it's working. Nice. I need 4-wheel drive. It's doing some application, so it's working. Yes.
Yep, it's definitely going down.
Pooh. But the
very smooth, slick start.
Yeah, but the tractor is having wheel spin, and I'm not sure if there's not the issue again with the manual attach that I had before. That when I push the handbrake and loosen it, the trailer doesn't open up the brake, but it seems to work now. It seems to work fine now. I hope Modelleicher isn't that sleepy as yesterday. No, he was yesterday very sleepy, but he slept, so he should be, if he's coming, he should be very, very awake. I'm loving this. Yeah, it was Gebes. I'm sorry, I said Wendy, but it was Gebes who posted the my German welcome text and translated it into English and posted it as well. So I'm using it now every time I'm starting up the stream, just to get it always the same. Quacka, hey, hello.
So you say that to start all your German streams as well?
Yeah,
Ah.
because I want to be special.
You
I
are
want to
always
use.
very special.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's what she said, and it was no good meaning. Oh boy, you are so special. You have special needs.
Very. You've been speaking to my other half.
Famar, hello, hello, hello. No, it doesn't it look good? I mean, I'm loving it so much. I'm loving the big wheels on the Valtra, because they are the wheels that we use on our case IH956 when we do sugar beet. Oh, it's already empty. Dang it.
Are you leaving a gap down the middle as well? It looks like it's doing. It looks like it's not applying behind the tank.
Yeah, that's a bug from FS19 still.
Okay.
Wait, but Björn did something for me. Still not quite happy how it works, but it works. Wait, give me a second. Oh, I didn't want to show you this, but why not? He made. Wait, where did we stop? Here. That's what we do in real life.
Oh, Sam is here.
That's what we do in real life. We put a marker in the field so that you know.
You got to.
Yeah. Not so happy at the moment how it works, because you always have to pay for it. And it's not going as a handheld device, but I think we can manage it later on. But it's so nice that he just made it for me for today. A couple of minutes before the stream. You know, when you're on the field and you do fertilizing and you are not sure in which tram line you end it.
Mm-hmm.
You put at the beginning you put a white marker, and the next time you come around, you know where to go to.
Sounds sensible.
I
I was watching a real farmer do some ridging of a potato field a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And although it looked like they had GPS on the tractor, they had two sticks on the front of the tractor crossed across the front weight. I'm assuming to help him stay on track without using the GPS. They look like kind of marker sticks. It's like put the end of the stick on the last ridge kind of thing.
Surely those tires are too wide, way too much destruction, crop loss. No, not at all. It's February, and we go and into the field with the white tires until up to, I would say, mid-March. I already posted some pictures in the Discord on the 956 where we do rolling of the crops. As Modelleicher pointed out last time, this growing stage is much too big for this time of the year. It should have been smaller. This is how it looks end April, start May. So, and if it's dry, you do exactly no crop destruction. You really are not. Modelleicher, do you hop in the stream or?
I think he's still trying to work out what day it is.
It's Thursday. It's dinner day. It's Döner Day. And the tractor is exactly 2 meters, 0.98 centimeters wide, so that it fits behind a 3 meter, in front of a 3 meter power harrow or stuff like that. It's exactly the way that we have it. So now oh, it's okay.
You've broken it again.
Probably need to load the mods first and stuff. And stuff. This stuff again, okay. No, now I know how it works. I have to turn on the tanker and then lower the slurry pipes, and then it gets blue. Yeah.
Is the extra HUD above your speedo the Modelleicher's real manual transmission?
No, this is from enhanced vehicle.
Okay. I have to have a look at that.
Yeah, nice. I can go through it. That's nice. So, yeah, I think you may have some questions piling up. As we didn't see us for such a long time.
I maybe should have thought of some questions, but I haven't. I guess we can go with the really obvious one.
Yeah.
Have you sorted out all of the issues with multiplayer syncing and things like that?
Yes. But we still have to put in two major features in MaizePlus.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is getting wet grass, semi-dry grass, and crop windrow into the pickup of the forage harvester.
Mm-hmm.
This has to be scripted, and yeah, the other is not a key feature, but it's a necessary thing to do. We have to clean up the starter mill in the mod itself. There's still a lot of unnecessary stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're pretty much to go.
Awesome. So you got the bunker silo stuff sorted?
Everything, yes.
Cool. So the really big question, when does it go to Giants?
When I give it a go. No, it's going to Giants when first when we have everything in.
Mm-hmm.
Did I send you the PDF, the beta of the PDF?
Not yet, no.
Oh, okay. Then I missed.
Unless the printed bound copy is in the post still.
No. Sorry. We have the German and the English version in a beta version ready to fill in the gaps and stuff like that. And I wanted to give it to you. I just forgot. And when this is done in final, then we have to put it into the translation officers channel that they translate it to Italian, French, Polish, Spanish, and all that stuff. And then we are good to go to send it to Giants, because we need the PDFs be ready, because they will be on ModHub, so that nobody can say I didn't read the PDF or stuff like that.
Remember, 93% of people on the internet can't read.
Yeah, I know.
Or won't read, something like that.
I know, but at least we can say it is there.
Yeah.
No, so and this
you
is.
can tell them to read it.
Yeah, and this is mainly the timetable that we are on.
But we are closer, which is good, because last time we spoke, things were not so shiny.
No, they are quite good at the moment. Everything is sorted out so far. and all the sorrows and and angry moments that we have are forwarded to Terra Life. Will the waste
Excellent.
potatoes from the potato seed farm mod be included as an option to feed MaizePlus? Possibly. You can put it in there on your own, and I will give him maybe an XML that he can put into his mod, so that people just have to change the XML file. We won't do it like we did it before, that if you have a fruit type or fill type in the feeding that is not registered, that there will be no no warning. We don't do the script on top now. We don't do it because it's too much. It's just too much for MaizePlus. If we could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and never will be ready for release, because we could do this, we could do that. But as the feeding is still customizable for everybody, there's no problem. And for Terra Life, we will do stuff like that, and we want to work closer with him together. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's set up so that you can completely customize however you want it, isn't it? So, and someone will probably do videos on that and maybe release some animal food additions files to help with that sort of thing.
Yeah, we will have the channel again where you can put in the additional stuff. Yeah. So I will, of course, I will link or you can link the Discord channel then for the people. I mean, it's a known key feature of MaizePlus that it's adjustable for everybody, and I think until now they should know that there is something like that in our Discord.
Yeah, and once things go live, I'll be sharing all those kind of things as well.
Yeah. Terra mental breakdown for the whole team live. Yes, exactly. MaizePlus on ModHub resting giant software. What? I don't understand what you mean. Oh, test. Oh, no, it's not. It's not on testing yet. Paul, who's in the voice? It's Irsin, Rainer, and Disturb.
Hello.
No.
I mean, there are 500 mods or whatever in testing at the moment with giants. So I don't feel in a hurry, and we are not ready yet. As I said, maybe 2 minutes before, there's one major key feature still missing, has to be implemented, and we have to clean out the starter files. And the PDF has to be finished. So,
and I've got a feeling they've cut down the number of mod testers they've got now, because there's a third as many mods waiting to be tested, and the wait time's got longer.
Okay. Yeah, I think because they have put some into the issue fixing. They have made a fast path curve for those mods being
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so they have to take the testers from somewhere.
I'm guessing as well they pull people in from elsewhere to when they had thousands waiting to be tested. They must have brought more people in to try and speed that up.
Chris the Irish Gamer, hey, hi. Long time no see. I mean, they could hire 30 mod testers, but it wouldn't make stuff better, in my opinion.
No, I'm having experienced their mod testing and occasionally ranted about it. Actually, I think they're quite good. They failed one of mine today, and the questions that I went back with, they answered within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
and they gave me some pretty good instructions on what I needed to sort. So
yeah, I think they're doing a really good job. There's nothing to complain about, in my opinion. To be honest. And if they would hire 20 more guys, it wouldn't change the result in any case, because they had to train them first.
Yeah.
And yeah. And when the mud flood is lowering a little bit, they can do it with the team they have.
But it's already slowed down, hasn't it? Because a month ago the weight was 1,600 mods, something like that.
I'm not sure. I do not.
Yeah, and it's down to like 500 now. I was watching because I was waiting for stuff to be tested.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not following. To be honest, that much the testing curve or stuff like that, because it's irrelevant for me at the moment. And if we are that far out that we have to watch the list, I think I will dig a grave and jump into it, because as soon as MaizePlus pops up in the testing list, you know what happens, right?
Yep. Everyone's going to be asking, can they have a copy? Can you help them put it in their map, even though it doesn't need to go in the map?
Yeah, exactly.
You'll get 400 mappers knocking on your door saying, "Can you put MaizePlus in my map, please?"
Yeah. Do I need to prepare my map? No, you don't. It's globally. Okay, but what have I do to change that my map runs with it? What did I just say? It's always the same. And those are the guys where I'm afraid of. That did not get what happened in FS19 and how it worked. Those questions that are so unnecessary and only cost time, and that are answered a dozen times and still people are asking it.
I guess that's the good thing about the slight change in how you want to do things this time, with running the Discord and stuff and having other people to answer those questions.
Yes, I think you got the much bigger nerves than I got. no, it's just to get it a little bit more sorted. I don't think that there is that much of support necessary for MaizePlus at all. Not like it.
Just telling people 100 times, no, you don't need to do anything, just load it.
Yeah. And for those with special needs, yeah, where hope is lost, right? Now, I don't think that we will have that big of an impact on the support, on the real support for MaizePlus, because it's done. When MaizePlus is released, it's done. There is no updating to forage, horse, whatever. MaizePlus is done. And then TerraLife will start. And we will start streaming on this map here with some converts from FS19 out of the horse extension and the TerraLife beta, just to test textures and the impact on the performance and all that stuff. And yes, of course, people will ask then quite frequently, when will. But those people who are into our complete stuff that we do, I think they will get it really fast, that we will announce if there's something to announce. And TerraLife, nothing of it will be before next year. No map from us will be before next year. I get requests on Facebook and wherever. Can you point me to a farming agency map in FS22? And I can't, because there's none. And there won't be any until next year.
Yeah, and it's that, I occasionally get asked, is MaizePlus out yet? And it's like, well, have you seen it on ModHub? Because if it's out, that's where it'll be. It won't be on best FS22 free mods dot whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're vaguely a fan of MaizePlus, you'll know, because DJ will have mentioned it. It'll be on all of your social media. It's not like it's going to quietly release.
Yeah, there will be one or two people maybe announcing that it has been released. Some dudes doing farm sim news or stuff like that. I mean, we talked the other day with DJ, and it's not quite his typical play style, but he's still loving it and waiting for it to change the feeding and all that stuff. So it will be announced, and we won't do a secret release. I mean, we won't celebrate. Hey, party! Tomorrow MaizePlus will be out. No, I'm celebrating. Yay! Yesterday was MaizePlus out, and my support Discord is still living, and I'm still alive. So.
It just surprises me sometimes that people think it might have quietly been released. Maybe that's because I spend far too much time looking at websites for stuff like this.
Paul will be repeating, read the fucking man. No, I don't think so. I won't say read the fucking menu. I will say, please go to Disturb's YouTube. He's explaining it. If you don't understand, please PM him.
That's where videos that are WTFM came from. When you told a relatively famous YouTuber to RTFM.
When we play a Terra Life map, will MaizePlus be built in automatically, or do we have to download it separately? The plans are that you won't need MaizePlus. Everything that you need will be built in the maps. Because otherwise it would be an extension to MaizePlus, and I don't want that anymore. And no forest extension.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Someone clip that.
I had plans for today. I'm not sure what. Oh yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, this is a good thing that Giants has improved with precision farming, the fertilizer, that you now have. No, you don't. You still have only nitrogen. Mm-hmm. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yep, just nitrogen, and we have a crop sensor that sort of does something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We need really urgent stuff like separate fertilizers, because now what I'm doing now is I'm preparing the potato fields with kalium, or I would do if Giants would allow it. But
instead you'll throw more nitrogen on.
Yeah. So hey, why not? This is something that we really have to work on. I mean, there are two options. We completely redo the precision farming, our own, or we completely shoot on precision farming and destroy everything that is not in our liking. And we can do it because our maps are our maps, and we can decide which function we want to have and which not.
Redo precision farming. I can hear somewhere in the distance Modelleicher having a hissy fit.
No, I was talking about this stuff after the last stream with him a long time. There are some features that we really want from precision farming. It's the field dimensions, the more fertilizing stages. Then what's the other stuff? There wasn't that much. No, we decided it would be much too much to redo precision farming. We will just pick up the stuff that we want. Oh, did you see? That's not part of MaizePlus, but it will be part of
The
we will
crop signs.
we will have them back. That you know what you're planting, and it's a little bit the German lesson for the English players. we need to do so. Wait, this one.
Yeah, I guess whether if you're really clever scripting guys, whether you could extend it so that you had 3 channels of fertilizing rather than 1 channel of fertilizing.
Yeah, it's there are so many ideas that we have, and there are so many plans that we have, but with the stuff how it got complicated with FS22, we cannot make any promises on it. I mean, normally I should not spoil anything. I should not talk about stuff that we are planning or doing, but I'm an optimistic guy, and with the community that we have around MaizePlus and all that stuff, they went through a lot with us, and they got a better understanding on me, that I'm sharing thoughts that we have, that we are sharing stuff that we want to do, and if it's not happening, it's not because we didn't want to, it's just because it's not possible or it's too much work for one release cycle of the farm sim. But I'm still talking about this because I want to have some feedback and people getting excited about it, and maybe sharing some information or stuff like that. Yeah.
I think as well, if you know, sharing it in something like this, the people that aren't really that interested, that would just jump on being excited, aren't going to have made it to 35 minutes in.
Yeah.
I think the people that are really interested in it are the people that hang around and either watch the replay for long enough or are here now. So
yeah, I think it's worth it, because I'm not trying to become a YouTuber that is creating content to get views. I'm trying to explain our content, our stuff that we are doing for farm sim to the ones looking. If it makes any sense how I try to explain it.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're doing it for the people that are interested in what you're trying to create.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not
change the game, not trying to create stuff to get people to watch it.
Yeah, correctly. I'm not trying to be a content creator, just to keep the YouTube up. I'm trying to connect with the people who are interested in what we are doing, and sometimes you get really positive feedback, and sometimes you get even feedback from farmers, from real life farmers, who say, I learned something from you because I watched your video and we talked about stuff, and that's a good thing. Hey Leon, good evening. Oh, seeing those silage bales reminds me, make it so you can't feed silage bales with the wrap on them. This is something for another day. No, it really is. I mean, we have to redo the animal system for Terra Life. That's our plan, because we're not happy with the animal system as it is. But we're now at a point where we have to say, okay, we could go on and on and on with MaizePlus and make it bigger and bigger and bigger. But as it has to be only one MaizePlus, it would only move the release date further and further out, and I'm more on the cutting edge now. I want to say, this is MaizePlus, play with it as long as it's possible until we get our Terra Life, and for a lot of people Terra Life will be much too complex, and so they can fall back on MaizePlus or even play without as they're liking. But there are features that have to be into Terra Life exclusively to make it work as intended, and to not make it double. Yeah.
But in theory, that's possible. That you can. Does the game have an understanding of whether the bale is wrapped or not?
I don't know. Modelleicher could answer this. Maybe. Maybe.
He's there, so.
No, he's not in the voice. I'm waiting for him to join the voice.
No, he's on text though, so.
Yeah, but I'm not asking him. I'm waiting for him to join the voice.
You're telling him.
Because he wanted to spread manure, and so he has to be on the voice.
To be allowed to use your tractors to spread manure.
No, he's not using my tractor. Just to hop in and to play with us. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, this is that. Oh yeah, that was string. No. Yeah,
There he is.
There he is. You just have to call him out loud enough and often enough, then he.
It's like Beetlejuice. If you say his name 3 times, he appears.
Yeah. Good evening, Deutsche. How can I change the nitrogen stuff? Or is there? I thought I connected everything.
It turned on for it. It looked like it turned on. But you haven't used any.
Yeah, but when I'm pushing Z
key.
Yeah, it's the Z key. It's not the Z because that sounds too much as C. This I forgot. Deactivate automatic. There we go. Oh, and it's annoying when I'm in cap, sorry. We want to give them more. But why doesn't it? Now it's increasing. So I'm still not sure. Is it giving 74 kilogram of nitrogen or is it giving 74 kilogram of the fertilizer?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, in real life it should be the fertilizer kilograms and you had to do your math on your own, but with giants I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Okay, for slurry there is how much cubic meters you put out and how much nitrogen you get.
In kilograms?
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Application rate 92 kilograms.
Application rate 10 cubic meters per hectare equals 4 kilogram of nitrogen per square meter.
Okay.
The official answer is it's kilograms of fertilizer.
You know, I have to join the game before the voice. I have a reputation to uphold. That's correct. That's why I'm saying hop in. And where are you in voice? Kilogram of fertilizer. In brackets it says the nitrogen value. How you could have said that in voice? Okay. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, that's what I love. You turn them on and
The tanker is empty.
okay, why doesn't he? Oh boy. And in cap again? No. Now. No, it's just no. This one. Now we're talking. I'm just too old for this stuff. I'm just too old for this stuff. So let's see what happens.
I don't think the crop's grown enough for your crop sensor to work.
Oh.
But you're doing manual rate anyway, aren't you? So it doesn't
Yeah, I just wanted to use something from the DLC, and that has not yellow rims. So this is why I'm using this.
Well, that's not a very good advert
for what?
for that company that uses yellow rims.
Yeah, because I hate when people say mine is the best and everything else is crap, and this is what this DLC does. It's a paid advertising DLC for John Deere. And
it's their fault they don't use a better color for the rims.
correctly. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
So,
Are you okay?
Well,
Well,
how
let's
would you feel after sleeping for 15 hours?
dead.
I don't think I've ever done that.
I would feel dead. So another crash today for the audience. Jonas Riedel, hello.
I'm off camera today.
Yeah. This is why you can't switch to to the menu. Then it will be on my stream.
Oh no.
Yeah, be aware. There was this question if it's possible to make MaizePlus avoid feeding unfoiled foiled silage bales.
Probably, but that sounds like a lot of work.
So it's basically what I said. It's something for another day, for the new animal system in Terra Life, not for MaizePlus. We have.
Did I mention in the past that my farm is very narrow?
Crash count +1?
Freddy Gubby, it's day of the English stream, of course.
Yes.
I have to move everything out of the way to get to my slurry tank.
Now you see what my occasional problems are on my farm, right? I have a very narrow, not so narrow farm, but there's a lot of stuff on it, so...
I have to drive backwards around the corner, and I have put a building there before the last stream, and now it's very uncomfortable to get around there.
Chunky Tanker, evening. So maybe we can make an announcement, Disturbed, then, right?
Maybe we can. I guess that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, correctly. So
you can do it.
Or you can do it.
No, it's your.
If you misunderstood something I said, I can I can correct it. If I'm saying something wrong, whoops. Who's joining now?
Then you say what you think you said.
Yeah, now I just wanted to say, why doesn't Deutsche say something when he joins? Yeah, I can officially announce that Disturbed will join the farming agency team for the English community. That he will be part of the team, not just part of the farming agency umbrella company, but for us to have fun with him, and him hopefully having fun with us.
Yeah. Thank you. I think. I'm not entirely sure what it means yet, but I think it means I get to put that little F/A thing in front of my name.
Yes, you have to. And you know, back in the Middle Ages, where you have to give the 10th of your income to the king, right?
Okay, that's where it is. That's how it is.
No, of course not. No, it's just we spoke about it a lot, and we have decided together, and then with the team also together, that we want to open up a little bit more for the English community, and what better than a Brit, right?
Yeah.
To have for this part.
I guess if you can't get DJ Go Ham, you get me.
No. I didn't even ask him, because he's busy as Duck, and it's never Duck. No. It's
Sometimes
just
it's Duck.
No, never. Never, never. No, it's just I think we can call it that we work together a little bit now for quite a time, if it's called work or we did some stuff together. And I think what's very important is that there is just not only a liking, it has to be very much more a sympathy, so to say, because we are a fun company. We want to have fun. We're doing it on hobby, but with or as a hobby, but with the attention or intention of being as realistic as possible. And you showed with your videos and your tutorials that you are into it. And I think you can explain much better for the English-speaking community how stuff works. So it, in my opinion, it only makes sense to do stuff together. And getting you closer into the team means that you have much more information, much more earlier than before. And yeah, maybe we can work on other stuff together too. I saw you are releasing some mods now, so that there is maybe a possible collaboration in stuff like that we can help each others out, as of course our team members all have their private projects they are working on, and so this is nothing new then.
Yeah, I think I've pretty much exhausted my ideas of mods at the moment, but I don't really consider what I do modding. It's more kind of just hacking bits of XML together. But, I'm looking forward to getting a bit more involved with what you guys are doing, and hopefully helping people understand things better.
Yeah, and maybe helping us understand the Brits better.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, yeah. There's some. I'm very happy about the European farming being not that different, except of some climate differences. For example, South France or Italy is different than the British Islands, but the way we do stuff is quite similar. So the difference to American or African or Australian farmers is way bigger than it is between our two countries. And
we're not that far apart.
Yeah, so I think there is it will be a good thing to have some more insights on specialties, I would say.
Yeah. If I'm really hoping that what I specialize in outside of playing video games does not help us in what you're doing here.
What?
What I do for a job should not be helping what we do in farm sim.
Everything helps.
Yeah, I kind of joking aside, what I do does help, because I do there's a level of software testing and all that kind of thing, and explaining complicated things to people in ways that hopefully aren't too complicated.
Oh yeah, this is why Modelleicher is not cheering yet, because I failed to mention that you can help maybe Modelleicher too, and he's quite in need of help, aren't you, Sam?
Well.
Well,
what are you hinting at? I'm afraid to answer any questions right now. You're gonna get me into some kind of, you said you're gonna do this and that this other day when you were really tired and slept for 15 hours and can't remember now.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to reimagine what you said. No, I mean not what you said, what Disturb said, what his job is in real life, and the understanding of certain stuff. So I think it will fit very well into stuff like that. But this is a talk for off camera, of course.
Picking up on one of Kat's questions and people getting upset when he grassland subsoils. I think I managed to upset some people by saying that the grassland rollers should increase nitrogen, when obviously they don't do that, but they did increase yield before precision farming came out, and from what I've seen so far, they don't do anything now. Unless you
Oh,
guys have dug in any more into how the rollers work now with precision farming.
no, this is the second key feature that I mentioned, but that I forgot to mention or name, is we have to update our grassland subsoil again on how we did in FS19 for the precision farming. We knew that it would happen, but we wanted to test it first without precision farming, and I think we have to do the same update that we did in FS19.
Yes.
So
Yeah, because yours did add nitrogen, didn't it?
yeah, of
And
course.
we had this discussion for other things as well with TerraLife.
Yeah.
If as nitrogen is replacing the yield increase system more or less, if it's, despite being unrealistic, not good for gameplay, if we increase yield through increasing nitrogen for some other vehicles maybe as well. So basically there is no other way of increasing yield other than increasing nitrogen. So even though adding nitrogen isn't really what's happening, I think it's still the best way to realistically display a yield increase after some action, like for example rolling.
Yeah, that was kind of my response when some people pointed out that in the real world it wouldn't do it. It's how the game models yield increase.
Yeah, that's what I.
Unless you code something special extra, I guess, like mulching or rolling for normal crops.
Yeah, but that's
Grassland.
what I mentioned before, where I said that we actually talked about if we should rewrite precision farming, or if there are enough features from precision farming that it's worth the effort to update precision farming in our maps, so that we take the usage of precision farming, just change stuff, and with Sam saying that it's way too much to take the features from precision farming into a new script than modeling or modifying precision farming. So it's basically what we are doing as we did in FS19. We modify the way precision farming will work with our stuff, and I think we will have the problems of updates on precision farming then, of course, if people want to be always on the newest version of precision farming. We have to do updates on our version then. But the way it is at the moment, it's not in any way useful for that what we want to have. It's a John Deere marketing DLC, which promotes chemical spraying, which makes it not worth using mechanical wheat. I'm looking for words today. I'm sorry.
A mechanical weeder.
Yeah. You get 30 points when you use John Deere spot spraying, and you get only 20 points when you do it on a mechanical way. Yeah. And because there's nothing like organic farming in FarmSim, even they have food for pigs and chicken that is called organic, but there's no way you get a benefit of doing organic. We have to change that. Oh, someone's mobile is... Okay.
That might be my mobile.
So we have to change it the way it works, but of course we have to do it the way we can. It's not every time. Not every time the outcome is the same. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I guess the part of the problem is that a lot of the functionality of precision farming is part of the game now. It's not part of the mod, and so you're limited on what you can do. And so particularly with like the the grassland subsoiler, if the most efficient way of getting that to work is to turn it into something that adds nitrogen, then that's the best thing to do, rather than having to spend months writing some sort of complicated extra scripting.
I think making the grassland subsoiler work again as it did in FS19 is not the issue, the big problem. There are
Big problems come later.
Yeah, there are 99 other things that are way more complicated. As I said before, we are talking about stuff that we are thinking about, and it's no guarantee that we will be able or capable of that bringing it into FS22, because there have been so many complications now with the type of engine we have now, and with the kind of scripts that are now in the base game and all that stuff. That we really have to find out if it's worth the effort. But we're talking about what we are planning, what we are trying to achieve, and this is the animal system, the ground system, soil system, seasons stuff, soil compaction, moisture, all that stuff, and it all is a big package. And if you can achieve 2 or 3 of them, but the 4th not, it's possible that we cancel the complete thing. Yeah. But we are trying to do so, and with the community that we have, they are really kind and listening, and are not annoying us with, but you said you will do, and yeah. If the community would be that way, it would be impossible for us to talk about stuff that we want to do.
Yeah, but I think with the way that you do things, you've attracted a community that's more understanding than that.
Yeah.
Than the other types of communities that exist around the game that are, we want it now, and why isn't it ready now? And
Corinna Kirschmeier, hello. Yeah, and this is why I want to talk about stuff like that. I know that Modelleicher is always I don't know if it's translating well, is clapping his hand above his head. Is shocked when I'm saying stuff like we want to do this and that, because he knows the community for 13, 15 years, and he knows the community being at its worst. And yeah, as I said before, I'm on that topic more of the optimistic guy, and I say, yeah, but our community learned on how we do stuff and how we handle stuff, and that we are really open and don't do stuff or don't spoil stuff just to show who has the bigger blink blink. Yeah. It's just to get an understanding of on how the community would react on stuff like that, and if they really want it, because the stuff that we are doing is for a very small part of the community. It's not for.
And I think you've weeded out all of the give it to me now people that were on your Discord, because they usually ended up asking for things that got them booted out.
Yeah.
And the same people aren't going to come to places like this where that information exists. So they're never going to hear you speculating about the features that might be in Terraform. So they're never going to know what is or isn't there.
Next time when we meet, you have to spend a beer for me, because you said Terraform, not Terra Life. Terraform is another mod.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's more funny to say it like it is bad that you said it. It's just I was just thinking Terraform. Okay.
That's that one that's about mining and stuff, isn't it?
He's the excavator guy now. Yep.
Love me an excavator and some mining. If I was going to do mining, I'd be playing Gold Rush.
Yeah, if there would only be money for us in real life on it to earn. No, but
the same as when I want to do fishing, I play Fishing North Atlantic. I don't ask what map I can have a boat on, please.
No, but the way we want to do stuff is, first of all, we have to be true about it will be never on console. So 50% of the players we already lost. Some of them are very interested and changed to PC for that. That was something that made me very happy that I heard about that. And from the other 50%, there are only maybe 10% willing to play realistically in a way, not just having realistic machinery or stuff like that, but doing really actually realistic farming in the way that crops work, feeding works, and all that stuff. And yeah, so then you're down to maybe 1 or 2 million players. It's still a lot, but
that's still a lot. That's still a lot, particularly if each one of them downloads your maps and mods several times.
Yeah, but still, in comparison to the Discord users who are much closer to us, where on the other hand also only a small percentage of people is really active. So it's quite a tiny community that is really interested in the stuff that we want to do it, and that's why I'm so happy that those are really understanding of the stuff that we do and on how I handle stuff, that I want to explain stuff and talk about stuff really early. It drives Modelleicher crazy because he normally doesn't talk about stuff he has not finished, or yeah, because he knows how the community can act.
I made that mistake once.
Yeah.
Not going to make it again.
Yeah, I can imagine it depends on the bit of the community you're engaging with, doesn't it? And obviously Paul talks to the better people.
Yeah, it seems so. I'm not quite sure on how I manage that, but it seems that way.
I suspect a lot of it is the thorough weeding you do in Discord of the people that turn up and ask repeated questions and don't listen, and they get advised to start listening or leave.
Yeah, this is where I get always Modelleicher is not quite happy with the way I handle stuff, but I'd rather have a not so active Discord where a very high chat frequency is, but instead having a Discord that is more informative. Is it called that way?
Yep.
Where you can go, and when you have a question, it will be answered, and if you want something new on a topic, you get it. And of course a lot of food talk, but I don't want to have people moaning about giants and all that stuff constantly, and all about other modders and all that. I don't want to have it on it.
There are enough other places people can do that.
There are plenty of other places, and I think people knowing me now as someone who is really strict in what he says, that if I say so, I do so, and if I warn you, there will be this warning, and after not reacting on it, there will be consequences. And yeah, I mean, it's no problem. It's no problem for most of the people because they understand. And those who don't.
Yeah.
So.
And they don't gain from what there is to gain on there. Yeah. If you want to use and understand something which from the outside looks quite complicated and have questions to ask, getting yourself removed from the best place to ask questions is not the brightest idea.
Yeah. but there are not so many bright players in other Discords where we spoke about.
You've obviously kept the 7% that can actually read.
I mean, when I hop on Giants Discord, I never ask a question there, because
I left.
No, I did not leave, because sometimes sometimes you have to. Sometimes when you go on toilet and poop, sometimes you turn around and look what you did, right? So this is something. Sometimes I have to open up the Discord and just have a glimpse of what's going on. It was. I think the comparison was not the best, but it was funny though.
No. It's from my brief experience there. It is absolutely spot on.
Okay. Hey, BGO. So he's the guy where we have to thank for the signs and the pole, the small marker. He made it just minutes before the stream.
He could have made it free for you.
What?
You have to pay €6 each time you want to use it. That's expensive.
Yeah, I know. But look at my money. I just forgot to.
You're a very wealthy farmer. You're a very wealthy farmer.
I tried to change the field of view, and I forgot about the GS money ad, and I did it twice. So this is what. Yesterday evening, I quite rebuilt my farm and all that stuff, and I just forgot to put it on.
And you say you play realistically, playing on half time with 19 million euros.
Yeah, but this is quite a difference to others. I want to do realistic farming in the way of how you plant stuff, how you mow stuff, how you feed stuff, how you handle stuff. And when I'm playing, I mean, I'm testing, I'm playing, I'm enjoying it, and I really don't do realistic gameplay, let's play. If you want to see realistic gameplay, let's play, you have to watch Modelleicher's let's plays, because he's doing it, and we kind of closed each other's needs to each other, so we got closer together. He sometimes just ignores when I'm doing idiotic stuff that wouldn't fit in real Let's Plays, and I sometimes ignore when he's doing crazy stuff that's so realistic that I said, why just use Power Farmer and move the tractor or whatever, because I don't want to spend 15 minutes on taking care of this trailer getting out of this stuck situation. Yeah, so and so it works that way. It's we are both having fun, and I mean, of course, the worst is Irsin Rainer, yeah, because he's the most realistic. He even can't stand the vanilla rims on the tractors. He always have to build new rims because they're more realistic than the ones that are on the tractors, aren't you?
But not because it's realistic, just because it looks better.
Yeah, I know. It just fitted into this conversation that I had. No, it's really it's really so we everybody from us has its own his or its own special needs, and we pretty much fit great to each other. And the community is the cherry on top.
A MaizePlus question.
Where? You have to watch the
coming from me.
Yeah.
Because I've forgotten.
What?
And there aren't any helpful guides yet. The mixed silage types. Was it corn and potatoes, or grass and potatoes?
Grass and potatoes, and beet and maize.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that, and the ability to put potatoes and beets in bunker silos to store them. I think that's going to be really cool as well. Maybe.
Did someone take my money? And I took it now too.
See, that's more like a real farmer.
No, I mean, not that I'm asking here stupid questions. Yesterday I was in the shop and doing a config on my tractor, and I left, and Modelleicher was still standing in the trigger, and he changed my tractor to John Deere green, and suddenly I popped out of the tractor and I had a green tractor, and I thought there was an issue. And he was, and maybe he's done the same. Did you?
Probably.
Yeah, but why? now I lost 36 million.
Yeah, why did you do that?
That was a bad day at work.
Yeah, I because I wanted to now I have no idea how much money I had before.
18 million?
Yeah, the 18 million I knew, but the following. So yes, now please don't do anything. I will correct my amount of money now.
You had 910,138 euros.
Let's make it that way. So, okay, now everybody's happy.
There are rules to how you play realistically, you know. You can't just play how you want to play. You have to play correctly.
Yeah, it's impossible. Just if you change stuff, money is going out so fast, and for testing purposes. I mean, I do not enjoy testing on the office PC with keyboard and mouse. I love playing multiplayer with the team, and of course there have to be compromises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Testing is totally different as well, isn't it, to how you would normally play things.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't say that I'm a saint and I would play without money cheat. I don't think I would change that. If I need the money, I would take it, because until we have reached the level of realism that we had with the Bergisch Land Terra Life maps, where you could make the whole ecosystem fit into each other, it's quite not possible to do realistic farming on a money basis. Yeah, and this is what annoys me, and this is why I say that the amount of money that stands up in the right corner I don't care at the moment, until we have made the whole ecosystem work.
It's one of the great things about this game is there are so many different ways you can play it, and
yeah,
although most of them are wrong, some of them are good.
Yeah, just imagine we would have made the yield of the grass now with MaizePlus realistically, with the feeding that exists at the moment, with the field types and fruit types that are in the game too. They are way too expensive. I mean, one pallet of horse hay, 2,000 euro? What? Yeah. So if you make it all fitting, then you can really say, okay, give me a base amount of money. My farm is an ongoing farm. There's machinery that is there for years, and some maybe new. I already got animals and all that stuff. And then you can play realistically, because the amount of cost for the machines, for the damage, for the fuel, because it all fits. Then I really would say I really want to play Bergisch Land when it's out with Terra Life. I want to play it realistically. I know I will not be able or capable of doing so, but I know there are at least two guys in the team, like unsere and Modelleicher, who will point me out and will say, you wanted to, so please do. If I'm doing something wrong, I know that they will point me on this. But this is then not testing, this is then playing, this is then enjoying. Yeah. So this is the difference in both play styles. And when you do a single player let's play, you can play around this, because you can do off camera a lot of moving money around so that it fits, that you have a plausible working farm and stuff.
Yeah, the only reason that I mentioned it is because I've been accused of cheating stuff when I'm doing tutorials and have 999 million pounds. Well, I'm testing something. It doesn't matter what the number is in that corner.
Yeah. And
if I'm testing features of, MaizePlus or precision farming or whatever, I want to just be able to buy whatever I need so that I can do it quick enough that I can fit in the time to learn how it works to help people.
And you use store delivery, and you use the power farmer to just drop in the bales, and because you want to show the purpose is not showing realistic play style it's showing the realistic features that you have, and for that you have to move around stuff.
Yeah.
And this
It's
is
like mowing a tiny grass field with a Chrome Big M because I can do it in 30 seconds,
Yeah.
but I'm going to do it 20 times
Yeah.
in, half an hour to see what happens.
And those people who are complaining about that are not really into seeing you doing realistic playstyle. They just want to moan around stuff. They want to pick on you. They just want to make trouble. Because people who are watching the tutorials, they understand why you do stuff like you do. Yeah, and those who don't, I don't care about.
And speaking of the potato farm that we mentioned earlier, Mr. Dazed is in the chat.
Is he?
I'm
Hey.
assuming that's the same Dazed.
Yeah. I'm so overwhelmed by driving. I just wanted to switch in here, but when I switch in here, I cannot read the chat. So I switched to this perspective, but I forgot to read the chat. Dazed, hey, hello, welcome. No, today I'm pretty much hit by migraine again, and then it really is hard for me to concentrate. I think you will recognize it with my pronouncing on the English stuff, and I'm looking for words a lot, and I really have to concentrate and focus, and still don't get the stuff right. So sorry for that, guys, but today I didn't want to delay the English stream because it happens so often on so many annoying occasions. I didn't want to. And with you, Disturb, being finally able to join today, I didn't want to say, oh no.
I can appreciate not wanting to do things with a migraine. And if you didn't do this in English, I'd have no hope, because my German's non-existent.
Yeah, we will get you there.
I've been tempted a few times. So I did German at school until I was 13. So I think I did 2 years of German, but languages were never something that interested me until, when did I start using MaizePlus and talking to you guys?
I don't know. But I can tell you that my interest in languages started as soon as I recognized that most of the most beautiful women are talking Italian, Spanish, or English, or Swedish, or so. To combine everything was learning English to get a hand on them.
Now we find out your motivations.
Yeah, no, but another thing, I hope
that and food.
Yeah, and food. Obviously, the Mediterranean girls are the best lovers and the best cookers. So
so you chose to learn English?
Yeah, because my Spanish doesn't work so well, but Spanish works for most of the English works for most of the others. No, but something different. Now, maybe we can say something to Dazed that I missed. We are trying and planning on working with Dazed together on his potato stuff, because we will have a lot with the MaizePlus. Not the MaizePlus, with the TerraLife, with root crops and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there is this one guy in here called Modelleicher. He's our technical support officer. He does a lot of tutorials on how to build properly buildings and stuff with FS22 standards, with all the right textures and all that stuff. So, and Dazed will have to, or has to, go through this thing. I don't know if there's an English explanation for our TÜV. Is there, Modelleicher? Sam?
Fallen asleep.
Maybe. Rainer, you know if there is an English word for that? Or if there's something comparable to it?
Don't know.
In Germany, when you have a car, you have to go every 2 years to a technical support controlling whatever, and you get your badge that your car is okay, that it's
technical inspection.
Yeah, so we have in the UK we have something called the MOT test, which is the same thing. Every year they check that your car is safe to be on the road.
Can you speak it out? MOT?
Yeah, no.
Because M is already good for Modelleicher, so maybe we can call it the MOT of the farming agency. Dace knows it. Dace knows it. He knows MOT. So Modelleicher is our MOT, and if he says thumbs up, then it's okay. If he says nah, then you have to rework stuff.
It's actually Ministry of Transport, which is maybe not quite so helpful.
Oh, okay. Only after 3. No, it's quite easy. We try to show people that it's not that difficult to get a higher standard on the mods, but it makes a much bigger impact if you are on FS22 texture system and all that stuff. Yeah, the value of the modification is straight higher, and a lot of people put 80-90% effort into their mods, and they lack on the last 10%, but the 10% would be, in comparison to the whole mod, just so much less time to make it much better. And this is why we always or why we never finish anything, because they are so critical about their own mods. Rainer and Sam, they are so critical about their own mods that they never pass their own special.
I think I definitely sit in the 80% max box on that. Particularly as I can't do anything with 3D modeling, so you know.
Oh, I already know that I need to rework some stuff to match those standards. I have the curse of having a lot of great ideas, but not the skills to pull it off. Yeah, and this is why our Modelleicher is doing a lot of tutorials, but I think he doesn't do them on English. Do you, Sam? No, he was outside of the room. He did get the best conversations he doesn't get. This is Sam?
Yeah, I have talent for that.
Yeah, did you get anything from the last 5 minutes?
A few parts.
Okay. So with the standards of FS22, with the guys who are working with us have to fit into the standards, and you have to be the technical supervisor on that. They have to.
What?
Yeah, it's just a short version of what we spoke about, and they said I already know that I need to rework some stuff to match those standards. I have the curse of having a lot of great ideas, but not the skills to pull it off. And then I said, you do a lot of tutorials, but you don't do them in English yet, right?
Yeah, and I didn't do them in German yet either, so.
No, but
I need to do the German ones first. I've always had a plan of doing an English version, or at least of those tutorials that are requested, but I never got around on doing so in FS19, so I can't make any promises for FS22.
But there will be a possibility that if we do a collab with Dazed, for example, that he could get with some questions to you, and you can answer them in English. So, and you can point him on videos that you made or stuff that could help, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much help my German videos will be, because I mean, just looking at what I'm doing on screen probably isn't going to help really explaining anything. But yeah, of course, I'm always trying to help if somebody has questions. I just can't do like a 3-hour explaining session over screen sharing or something like that.
No, but I think there are also plenty of English tutorials out there, and to match it up, just to say I'm working with this tutorial, and you can say, okay, but on this that end or point, maybe you could change something or stuff like that, or we could share some texture arrays or stuff like that. I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, for Blender there are tons of English tutorials out there, but I don't know about farming simulator specific ones. I don't really know. There's probably some out there. I haven't had a look in ages.
I mean, we could get Dazed into the farming agency umbrella Discord, and there are people like Matthew or 20 millimeters from DMI who are working very close with us, who can explain in English too. So that if you are willing to, this is the main part. Most people, if you tell them you could do better, they get annoyed and they start to swear and rant around. And those who are saying, yeah, I know I have to get better, please help me, are only a few, and of course we will help them, and if we are doing a collab, of course even more. Whoa, driving and texting. Quacker, just marry a translator. I can roughly understand German, so I should be able to gather 70% of it. We'll make it work. Yeah, we will make it work. I mean, this is not the problem. Yeah, as long as you are willing to learn something and to listen, and to get stuff explained, there's always a chance. We had the experience that most of the people who asked of what can I do better, and Sam told them, well, they turned around and were never seen again. Isn't it that way, Sam? Where are you, Sam?
What?
I said most of the people who asked for help and you said them what they could do better, they turned around and were never seen again. So if there's someone willing to learn and to get better, of course we will help, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's always a matter of people wanting to try stuff for themselves. I mean, I have certain candidates in my Discord chats that basically ask a question every 5 minutes, and then I answer that, and they don't even try it. They don't understand what I mean with the first sentence, and they then came back right after that and asked the question again. And I help way too much for those people, because they're never gonna get anywhere if they don't want to try for themselves. But I'm actually really happy if I help somebody and he figures stuff out for himself and comes back with a new question, and I realize, oh, he understood and made an effort, and I enjoy that even. So yeah, of course.
Yeah, and with the stuff that is going to work with our stuff together, where we have a collab, it makes even more fun to see that people increase their capabilities. I mean, the potato stuff that we have on the map here, the idea of having waste potatoes, seed potatoes, and consumer potatoes is really nice, and the shed and all that stuff, it's a good idea, and it fits really well into the feeding. And with the root crop stuff that we are doing for potatoes, carrots, onions, feedbed, and other stuff, it really fits totally into it, and we cannot do much more than we already do. There is no capacity left for building a new shed with new potato stuff in there, but if someone is willing to do a collab with us so that we merge our stuff from Terra Life with their stuff and we can work together, it always makes much more fun than just putting something out and not knowing if someone is using it. Yeah, so then just PM me on Discord, and we will get you into the right channels there where you have to be then. And we are not in a hurry, so all the Terra Life stuff is still in a work in process and in progress. It will not be out before next year, so there's plenty of time of learning and doing stuff.
I was about to say, I guess you could extend it to carrots and onions, but Dace just said that, because that
Yeah,
would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? That you could have feed carrots and stuff as well.
I mean, we have feed carrots and all that stuff, but to make it, I mean, there's one thing building the buildings. The second one is building the machines. The third one is building the fruit or fill types to make the textures and to make nice textures and all that stuff. So for us now, with doing a new crop, it means we have to do 43 textures for every crop. We planned on doing 62 new crops. So just imagine how long one guy alone will take.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, so and if you can split up stuff and can say, okay, we do this and we do that, it's I think at the end for the player and for us as a community, it's the best what can happen, that people find each other and work together. This is why I founded the farming agency. But what happened was I was only working for others, improving their mods and maps to put our stuff in there, and nothing came back. And if there, I mean, I'm the type of guy, I fall once, twice, or even a third time, but I will never let anybody down on stuff. So if someone, I mean, Dazed was mentioned from DJ. DJ is also a very good friend, more like family than just a regular guy. So if he mentioned him and said here, I have this friend, and so of course we will do. Yeah. This is of course what I like to do. Same is with DMI modding, and the same is with SMI modding. And of course with Oxygen David is the same. But there are a lot of people that just fell out of it, and they will never.
There were a lot of people that wanted your logo on things.
Yeah, and I won't take them back. I won't take them back. It got to be a two-way street to work. Correct. It has never been. It should never be a giving and taking. It always should be a giving and receiving.
Yeah, and what it sounds like you're trying to build is much more of a community of people working to do stuff rather than people doing stuff for their own benefit.
Yeah, because I love when people enjoy stuff that is in the farm sim, and I don't care if there is more hallelujahs for a shed that is built or for a fruit that is made, as long as it's combined in an awesome mod. It's great. Yeah, Quacker, there will be 2 types of sorghum, 2 types of corn and 2 types of sorghum. And there will be summer and winter crops and all that stuff. So now I'm spraying kalium because it magically switched from nitrogen to kalium. Definitely agree. Always better to work with someone when you walk to the table with and offer a gift. Not sure how to work so Flemish. Instead of open hand asking for. Yes, and this is what happened so much that people just wanted to take. Oh, they just wanted to get the best of me, and I'm saying me. Of course, I mean the whole team, but I am the front man. I'm always the one breaking the waves. So I'm saying me, and I basically was close to take my own life because I was at the end with everything. I thought that this is not the way it can be. And I'm done with it now. My team comes first. Friends, family, musketeer partners come first, and our maps now come first. This is why we said we don't do Silbershusum anymore, Rade, and all that stuff. We only do our maps. We do Bergisch Land, we do Holzer, we do Old Alp map, and another map that is not announced yet. And we really cherish our team, and we want to have fun, and because we are a hobby party having fun team, and we want to educate the people out there and bring them closer to the farming, because what I saw is that so many people do not even know where food comes from, where it is made, how it is made, and all that stuff, and they don't understand certain workflows on the field and with the animals and all that stuff. This is where I'm taking my energy from. Seeing people really getting what we want to try to show them, and having fun with playing with that stuff. And there's no place anymore for people that are toxic or for people that just want to get the best of me. If they want to have our stuff in their maps, they can take it from us, from our map, build it in their on their own, can send me the map, and I will check it if it's done well and going right, and they will get improvement, but there will be no support for any I'm sorry, there's no word for the translation. Rainer, wie kann man sagen, nicht jeder dahergelaufene Hund? Oh, okay. I think I know how. Not every stray dog will get we'll get our stuff, yeah. If you understand what I mean, Disturb.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I think so. I suspect most of the people watching understand what you mean.
Okay.
And that you won't be helping every single person that turns up, going, "I need you to do this for me." And by the way, I've never met you before, and you'll never talk to me again once you've done it.
Yeah.
But can you get it done by today? Because I need to submit it and.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I'm still a helpful guy and all that stuff, but I really have to take care of my health, of the health of my team, and the result was that we were not able or capable of playing our own stuff because we are continuously doing stuff for others, and only maybe 2 or 3 guys out there kept their promise and did something for us in return.
Yeah, there's got to be as Marcus said, it's got to be a two-way street. If people expect stuff from you, they've got to give stuff back.
I mean,
and I think you clearly, from the stuff you've just spoken about, you learned some pretty painful lessons from that.
Yeah, I mean, just to make it clear, I don't do this stuff I do for money, right? But at the end of the day, I have to live. And if I see people getting built stuff into their maps and then putting it on Patreon and whatever, and earning money from it, and not being able to just doing some work back to us, not money, but some work back when we needed help, just laughing at us. This is where I said, okay, I have to live too. So if I don't make money of it, I just at least don't want to kill my health. And if people don't understand it and start swearing at me and ranting at me, yeah, so be it. Show your true face. And people who are willing to to do it as a two-way street, as a really doing together, it's fine. Because what happened was on the other end was not only the requests for our MaizePlus stuff, but the support that came to Modelleicher, not on MaizePlus, because he said he won't do any MaizePlus support. It was on my hand, but who said, "Well, you got this scripter in your team. Can he not just help me?" Yeah, and so they yeah, sure. Why? Yeah, I'm MaizePlus partner. Why doesn't he help me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to
How
learn
much have
that.
you helped him?
Yeah, I really had to learn that. I had to learn it, and it was not fun. It was not fun.
I'm guessing that the popularity of MaizePlus was maybe a bit of a shock as well, and how much it exploded, and therefore how many of those random requests you got.
Yeah, it was because I was so stupid to build it in every map. Because it started with increasing the height types. It was a job for 5 minutes. Then the forage extension, that was much more work, but it was not finished. And then I had to cancel forage extension, and the horse extension came. It was a couple of maps that I wanted to do, and what came afterwards was the crash when dozens of people suddenly wanted to have it.
Mm.
The outrage, what happened when I said, well, you can have it, but you have to build it in yourself. Unbelievable. How can I say that they have to do something themselves? And
I mean, how dare you just give them permission to use all of your work?
Yeah, and the rumors
implement it themselves.
And the rumors spread that I was forcing people to build in MaizePlus into their maps. I said, what?
Yeah. Because you didn't have enough things to do, and didn't actually want to use the things that you created.
Or people saying, "Oh, you must earn thousands of dollars. So popular your mod is, and in how many maps it is, and the work you did must be so well paid." No, I'm living from 300 euros a month. I don't get anything of it. The tips and donations and that we received was from people out of our community who did gain nothing from those tips. Just they could play with all the maps. But the modders who took our stuff or got our stuff, they did nothing. So I don't want to go there anymore, because it's a closed chapter, so to say. But if you are out there and you want something from me and I say no, please respect it, and maybe think back. We met maybe in FS19 and I helped you and you didn't help back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or maybe be the other way and try and be helpful first before you ask for things.
Yeah. I mean,
he's clearly lying. He's clearly a very rich man from his potato mod.
You know when you got a hole in your sock, and your big how is it called? Was heißt nochmal C auf Englisch?
Oh.
Your big toe comes through it.
Mm.
In Germany we say, oh, a potato. you know that?
No, but
You don't have a word for it in English for potato toe?
No.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Maybe he's rich in potato toes, but no one who is doing it really because you want to do it and you love seeing people having fun with it, gains any money out of it. Yeah. I mean, what I really appreciate is that our community, I would say around 50 to 150 people who are really active watchers, supporters, Discord chatters, they are the ones who helped me when Robert made the crowdfunding for the new graphics card, for example. They donated, or I get €5 here or there. I always try to put it into the team, that if someone needs something in the team, a hard drive or a key or whatever, we always try to share it. And Some people sent me food when I had none. And so those are really, really, really good and kind people, and I'm so thankful for it. And there are maybe 2 or 3 modders beneath them. The rest is all the community. So I can really say by my heart, what we are doing for the community, not for the modders, for the community, because they really appreciate what we do, and it's a shame that other people who gain money from that don't appreciate it. How do you know all my socks? Oh, no.
Am I the only one
No.
that has a frozen game now?
No,
We lost connection. Yippee.
Let's see. Baby. What happened? Why we lost... You're still there, Disturb?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so it's just a
didn't have
connection.
anything to throw in. Yeah, your internet's still there, and the
Okay.
stream's still live. So
Okay. So we're having an issue here.
Server is online.
Yeah, it seems to be again a Giants backend, because I don't get any servers.
yeah,
In the,
yeah,
in the, in the,
that translates from German. What DTP said.
What?
LS defecto.
in the web interface, the server is still online. It's still listed as online.
Yeah. No, here in when you try to connect to any server, there are no servers.
Seems to be a giant problem.
Maybe. What? You do not earn any money? Well, let's cut your server connection.
Yeah, because you were talking bad about the professional modders out there.
No. No. And that's the other thing. None of the professional modders I have to complain about. I mean, professional in the way that...
Professional behavior, you mean,
Yes,
probably more
correctly. And
Yeah.
most of them that are professional modders have professional behavior.
Yep.
Because if you really want something that costs a lot of effort and money for them, yeah, if they would charge a company for that, and you would ask something of them to get, and they say, yeah, but you have to pay me this or that, you could do it in the same way around, and they would do it also, because it's normal for them.
Whoa.
You're back?
No, I just checked my YouTube feed, and Sven has uploaded a video today.
Whoa.
I still get no connection to server when I want to join a game.
Me neither.
You killed it.
No, I don't know if it's seen in the stream. I'm trying to reconnect, but here you don't get to the web interface to the Giants, so it's a Giants issue, not a sub. We will try. At least I can have a look at the chat. Boom.
To quote last week's stream, insert smooth jazz here.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I think you probably missed that bit, Paul. I think that was when you'd have to vacate your chair.
What? What did I miss?
You'll have to go back and watch it.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my head around reading chat.
No, when you had to go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was. Just commented, insert smooth jazz here.
I think that was me.
Yeah, I think it might be you.
Or we need this picture from The Simpsons with the.
Show me
Technical
a professional
difficulty.
modder, and I'll show you a liar. No, Mark English, there are really professional modders out there that are also companies that do it professionally, and I cannot complain about them at all. Where I can complain about are some modding teams that have 50k Facebook followers and have members joining prices up to 99 euros a month, and Patreon links and all that stuff. Seems a larger problem. We also cannot reach the matchmaking servers. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a Giants issue. At least it's not the server again. I grew up with an old fella telling me I had spouts in my socks and cauliflowers in my ears. So yeah, we get it in the UK too. Okay. Yeah, Creative Mesh. Creative Mesh and Vertex Design, they are companies and they do professional work. And of course, I mean, Creative Mesh are friends and partners back in the days from the Farming Simulator League and with MaizePlus and all that stuff.
But legally speaking, Farming Agency is a company too.
Yeah.
So secretly, you really are a professional, Paul, and you're
No,
loads of money.
No. For us, it's quite different. We don't charge any for the companies we are working with. It's just to make when we do donations or when we buy hardware to make it legally in legal terms, so that nobody can how do you say?
It's a German thing. You need a permission for everything.
Yeah. So it's easier for us to do so. It's not that we have. It's not that we are a company that's going to Wall Street. It's just to make the financial stuff legal.
Yeah.
Because Robert is self-employed. He has a restaurant, and so he can taxes. That was the word I was looking for. He can do the tax work all together, so it's all chic and shine, you know. So basically, we are a company too, yes, but a company with not that much of an income.
Speaking of Robert.
Speaking of Robert, hello Robert.
So you mean my new role doesn't come with a big fat salary?
No, it comes with a big fat salad. You
Damn it,
misunderstood.
That's worse.
You misunderstood something.
That's a really important typo.
Was ist mit dir? Wir sagten nur gerade, dass das ist zu lange zum Nachholen. Es ging nur darum, dass einige professionelle Modding-Teams halt Firmen sind und dass das da alles etwas anders läuft. Wenn du von denen was haben möchtest, musst du dafür bezahlen, aber andersrum ist es für die auch normal, wenn die dann was von dir haben wollen, dass sie bezahlen. Weil es ging um die ganzen Sachen, die wir gesagt hatten, dass Leute von uns Sachen bekommen haben, uns dann in den Arsch getreten haben und so weiter und so fort. Daraufhin hat Rainer gesagt, dass Farming Agency technisch gesehen eigentlich auch eine Firma ist. Daraufhin habe ich erklärt, dass wir eine Firma sind, weil du das über deine Firma abrechnen kannst, damit wir steuerlich und so weiter klar sind. Intense German, yes. It was easier for me to speak fast in German with migraine than mumbling.
Yeah, I guess that.
Cat, sleep well. So what?
Sometimes I would love to know how German sounds for non-German speakers.
Yeah, you just have to watch an American movie.
If it's really this...
Yeah, you just have to watch an American movie. It's just so... You know this when some people try to compare languages and they use the butterfly for it. When they say Schmetterling. in German we say Schmetterling. Now compare it Schmetterling to butterfly. Butterfly! Yeah, Schmetterling. Yeah, so the only one I think
if you would translate it word for word in German, it would be Butterfliege.
Yeah. Maybe if I'm restarting our server, it will not do any good.
Yeah, another meme with the comparing languages is ambulance. Deutsch Krankenwagen.
Yeah, I mean, no German person is sounding that weird in real life.
Yeah, except you listen to Rammstein.
Except you're listening to Rammstein, and blame on you if you're listening to Rammstein. Ah,
Have we fixed it?
I don't know. At least the matchmaking comes up again.
Ah. Or someone at Giants has kicked it.
I think they will not restart or giving us the possibility of rejoining our server, because this will be a 1 hour rant against Giants now from me. You see, and connection to the server lost. I have to restart the game. Okay, I will restart the game. No problem.
And check your internet connection. Do you think you have an internet connection?
No. I think if I try to restart the game, it will not connect me to the game anymore because Giants heard. Oh, he said Giants. Rent. No.
Yep. Yeah. They're secretly watching everything you do.
Oh,
Same as they read every post on Facebook when someone reports a bug.
You know that Sam isn't really up with us when he doesn't even come back when the server crashed. He's still muted.
Yeah. He's fallen asleep again.
I mean, it's Sam. It's possible that 15 hours of sleep have been so exhausting that he has to sleep.
That's quite possible. No, I was away. I'm making some hot water for some tea and for some wood because it's so cold. I need to start a fire.
You know that I bought intentionally 3 pizzas for being prepared for the stream, and then I was so early on the server at 5 p.m. already, and I just forgot to make a pizza.
Again.
Yeah. Casa Farms. Better get some sleep here as well. 4 a.m. here. Oh, yeah. But thanks for hopping in. I mean, you can always rewatch the black screen. I'm not sure if we get back on, but the talks you will miss, of course.
So what did happen? Is the entire server down?
No, not our server.
Server is down.
Giants is down.
Our server is still online in the web interface, so it has to be a Giants problem. And
that's fun.
I think Robert and Mario from the Farming Dudes said that the FS19 and FS22 servers are completely down.
Well, this is a problem if you got a company who earns a lot of money. If you don't pay your bills, they switch off the servers. Greetings! Could it be a internet connection problem with the server member? No. It's the whole Giants ecosystem is down, as it seems.
Have you tried taking off some of the filters to see if it is just your server? Because I'm guessing with the filter of farming and the map, that only gets you one option.
Yeah, no, not only not one. There's more, but
Okay.
you see 0 games, 0.
It's kicking you out before that, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, Giants didn't pay the bills for the matchmaking 50k DSL connection. Correct. Ja, wir hier in der Schweiz. Schweizerland. Another week here, then over to Vietnam for 3 weeks. Oh boy. It's quite hot in there, isn't it, at this time of the year? Duckpole has its...
See, sometimes it is duck.
No, the only way I really mean duck when I say duck is when I say give me the duct tape. And then it's quite serious.
I mean, something really bad has gone wrong.
Yeah. So, but now we can talk about
Maybe you should try blind mode.
blind mode.
Yeah, your regular blind mode. DJ, go home. Yeah, classic intro he did to your last stream I was on.
Yeah. He kind of missed it doing the extended intro of the Farm Sim show. I love this guy. No, but so we can talk a little bit about other stuff maybe. We have quite some problems with FS22 getting our stuff in. I'm still thinking that FS22 is the best FS that we ever had, that it's the most complex, that it's the most intense, the most polished, but still so much is just done 40% and less, and
We've gone down a long way. Weren't they 80% before?
you missed a lot of streams.
Yeah.
So it's quite hard. I mean that it's hard for us to get stuff in is not necessarily Giant's fault, but being a bitch for all the consoles is, and they are, and I'm completely standing to this. What I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, or I get, they have to cater the older consoles for the money, for keeping up the business. I understand that. What I don't get is why do they close so many doors for modders? Saying that they know that modders are important for the farm sim is one thing, but seeing that with how much less effort on modders you can still earn money, it's not funny at all, to be honest. Yeah, so we will do our thing. We will try. We got big plans, and how they play off and work out, we will see. But it will take time. We're not trying to put a delay on it or to bend it into length. We're trying as fast as possible, but as long as necessary, of course. And personal issues always come first. And oh boy, we have a lot of really personal, private issues at the moment in the team. Basically, the major players in MaizePlus and TerraLife are at the edge of personal, possible. Was heißt Belastbarkeit, Rainer? Or Sam? Sam?
They have a lot of serious stuff going on. Probably enough, isn't it, from what you told me?
Yeah.
No, I've have a hard time translating stuff literally.
Okay.
Resilience? Is resilience Belastbarkeit?
I don't know.
Kind of, not really.
Okay, to simplify it, we are at the edge of
capacity.
The capacity of taking more pressure to combine both is way off. We are literally at the edge of being capable of doing more or faster. We basically have to dial down from week to week a little bit. Yes, we could do maybe faster, better now, and we would really hurt ourselves. And this can't be the purpose of it.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
And we don't show MaizePlus here to say, la 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 la, we are playing with it. No, we're really saying, hey, we're having a little bit fun with the team streaming and testing at the moment. And we have to test a lot, and we really want to give out or send to Giants a polished version of MaizePlus to have as less as possible support afterwards and issues.
I think with a game or with a mod that's so complex, actually just playing it in multiplayer is probably the best way to find the random bugs that are going to crop out that would hurt if they made it through testing, because this is not the kind of testing that Giants will do.
Calypso, what you're writing is correct. He says all simulation games like FS22 or Flight Sim, etc. modders are what keep them alive 100%. They would be dead without them. The problem is with the uprise of handheld devices, or with the Nintendo Switch, or with Stadia and all and handy games. You have no idea how much money they make with this compared to the base PC versions with much less effort. Not the whole mod support and all that stuff. And I'm a little bit scared that they could say, well, when we can make it's just a number. It's not a real life number. It's just a number to compare. If they can say, well, if we can make 50 million with the handheld version with 2,000 hours of work in it, why should we make 100 million with 10,000 hours of work in it? Right? If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you just
it's a lot of extra work to support a modding community.
Yeah, if you just gain 50%, but with only 10% or 5% of the work effort that you have to put into it, so why not? And
it's ultimately about making profit for them, isn't it? And there's obviously a significant overhead in supporting modding and enabling modding and testing mods and releasing them. And
no, it's Isaac. It's partial true what Calypso says, because without the consoles, Giants wouldn't earn the money to keep Farm Sim alive. Without the console money, they would not have had this big release they had with FS22, because you couldn't buy a new console, you couldn't buy new PC stuff, but the old consoles were there, and they bought this game. And a lot of American or overseas players are on console. A lot of them are. Not a lot, this is wrong, but some of them wrote me a letter and said, well, I'm switching to PC now because of your stuff, because it's not available on console. But this is not the amount of players who play and who pay. Yeah, sometimes PC players just forget that they are not the center of the universe anymore. Maybe when Farm Sim started, it was not even arcade. It was not even an arcade simulator, or Sam, was it?
Not really. No,
it was a trash one, no?
Yeah, trash simulator.
Yes, the PC was the center of the Farm Sim universe.
And I mean, I've said stuff like that before, but one big part of why the PC community is profiting from the console release is performance. If you look at FS22 and compare it to FS19, all the new additions, all the new features, the better buildings, the better textures, all that stuff, in a game like FS19, that would have been impossible to run on console, because it takes so much performance away from the game. So if you look how a map is made and how mods are made, and they so many little things have changed to FS22 that nobody ever notices from a player's perspective. Stuff that you only see if you actually open up a mod and a model, a default Giants model, and look at it. And I mean, that's a lot of stuff that modders won't do and can't do. So performance gets lost as soon as we start playing with a lot of mods. But all default stuff is really improved a lot now in FS22, and not just FS22, but FS19 as well. And basically, starting from FS15, where they did a lot of improving performance, I don't think we would have ever got that if FarmSim would have never released on consoles, because on PC you don't need to make sure that it is in a certain frame of using RAM and stuff. You can just say, well, yeah, buy a bigger PC then. But for console, you have very hard limits you need to adhere to.
I'm restarting our server because the other servers are back on.
And I mean, if you look at the buildings, they are really high poly buildings now in FS22 in the base game maps, and really high resolution textures compared to what we had in FS19, and yet the performance is way better than in FS19. The default game has better performance. So they did a lot of work and a lot of tricks to basically add stuff in a way that it doesn't impact performance so much.
Yeah, I guess if we didn't have consoles, they would have just put more things in that used brute force processing rather than having to be clever, which would have meant that half the people that play on PC probably wouldn't have had more than 5 or 10 frames per second.
Exactly. So there's Giants once said that supporting older PCs is much more difficult than supporting older consoles, and that is what holds the game back. But I don't believe that, because well, even older PCs, there aren't hard limits. I mean, you have lower frames then, but it's not a hard limit. You can scale down resolution and stuff, but it's not a hard limit. A console is a hard limit, because a console, Sony and Microsoft, they say this game has to run at that frame rate, and it has to basically adhere to these rules. So those are hard limits. They can't be bent. So I think they are kind of trying to remove blame from the consoles with that statement, because people blame consoles a lot for not getting features they want. But I don't think it was a true statement. I think consoles are, especially in FS22, are the thing that are holding FS back a lot. But again, we have a lot of benefits from that too.
I think in comparison we have much more benefits from servers back on from the consoles than we have yeah. I mean, it's a true thing that Giants keeps certain stuff in scripted into the base engine to make it run on console, and this is where I blame Giants for closing stuff for PC modders and players. I think this is the only thing where you really can blame. Connection lost again. This is the only thing where you can blame Giants on, that they close the system more and more to make certain stuff run on console. We have to see where it ends. When we are, I mean, it's Modelleicher is the best guy to talk to on how difficult it's getting from, or it got from FS19 to FS22 to get our stuff into it and working properly.
Yeah, a lot more. I mean, it's going to be. I can't say that because it's such a grim outlook. But eventually, if the development moves ahead in a way that it did for the past 10 years, there will be a point where FarmSim isn't moddable anymore, because it's just so complicated that only a handful of people actually can do anything. So that's not the best outlook for the future. I hope that Giants realize how much modding. I mean, they do realize how much modding is helping the game. Otherwise, they wouldn't have created ModHub, and otherwise there wouldn't be incentive to release your mods on ModHub. So I think they know, but the question is, will they do something about it? Will they do enough? Because I mean, the scripting is a very big part that eventually could completely fall away, because simply of how stuff gets more complex, and I mean, due to more features being added, there's always the negative side effect of making it more complicated to change stuff via script. If you look back at FS13, for example, more realistic mod in FS13 or FS11 even, was a rather easy mod to make from a technical view. I mean, it was a lot of work for the RAL to get all the right values so that it feels right. But from a technical point of view, it was a rather straightforward thing, because for each implement you had one specialization, one script more or less. And basically you had a script where all the trailer functions are, you had a script where all the mower functions are, you had a script where all the tether functions are. And if you want to add something or change something, you had one single point of changing stuff. And now these days, it's all much more complex. Each implement and each vehicle is based on a lot of scripts, and the scripts are made universally, so they can be used in a lot of vehicles. So there's basically no double code, because everything that is the same across multiple vehicles is also used across multiple vehicles. But that means that if you want to change a mower, for example, you need to be very careful where and how you change it, because you might also change a tether and something else in the process. So it's getting much more complex, and it's going to continue to develop in that direction.
I mean, if you see the step from FS19 to FS22, if we can get into FS22, we're quite optimistical about it, but there still can be a fall off during the path. If we get everything into FS22 with the same amount of more complicating stuff to the next farm sim, I'm not sure if we can do what we do now for the next farm sim anymore.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a bit down to Giants, because it's of course it's easy to blame Giants here. In the end, it's basically me not being intelligent enough to figure stuff out, and not just me but other modders, because it's just getting so complex. But the ones that can change that are Giants. I mean, I'm really happy that the script documentation and the scripts were released right with the release of FS22. That was the first. But at some point, FarmSim is going to get such a complex system that without any explanation from Giants as to what they changed and why they changed it, or how it's changed, or which function does what, it's going to be harder and harder to figure that out, because it's again, because all is interconnected and outsourced. The scripts are not one script where everything is in the same script, but it's uses multiple scripts, and it's gonna get more complex. It's not gonna get impossible to mod, but it's gonna get more difficult. And of course, not just scripting. I mean, the entire modeling of models and stuff. If you look at the FS13 model average, yes.
Short info: restart LS servers backup. I'm on. So.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to. I had the 99%, and then lost connection.
Sounds good.
Just to hop into your explanation a little bit, Sam, is that means at the end that it's getting more complex. That leads to less complex mods were made. That leads to console-only professional modding teams getting an open engine to mod for them. So that means it gets simpler for Giants. The game gets more complex, but you shut out a lot of others. That's what I take from what you are saying now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's really moving in a direction. But kind of, yes. If you look at the amount of, not the amount of scripts, that's not true, because if you look at the amount of scripts that are on ModHub right now, I think it's more than it was in FS19 after the same time, and definitely more than it was in FS17 or FS15. So there are a lot of script mods. There are also a lot of new scripters now. There was a time at around FS13, FS15 where people that were actually properly made scripts basically were few enough that you knew everybody, and that is no longer the case. But the amount of really complex scripts that change a lot is very low compared to FS17 or FS13 maybe, and it's probably going to continue to develop in this direction. But it's as I said, it's not just the scripts, it's also the models. I mean, to make a model now that is reaching the standards of Giants is almost impossible for most hobby modders, because the knowledge needed to do so is just more than most hobby modelers have, and also the time needed is more than most have. So yeah, I mean, professional console mods might not be the outcome that we're going towards. I think mods that are way below standard are much more way we are going towards. If you look at ModHub, I mean, how many mods on ModHub right now are even close to Giant standard?
Yeah.
Almost none. So it's just the game keeps evolving faster than the modding community can evolve, or especially the problem is, I mean, it isn't always the same people. It isn't the same modders like 10 years ago. There's always new people, new modders. And 10 years ago, modders had to learn a few things and then they can mod. And now modders have to learn a lot of things and then they can mod. And at some point, we will cross that threshold that in order to start modding and in order to produce mods that are somewhat up to the standards, those 2 or 3 years between releases aren't enough. And at that point, we'll probably lose a lot of modders. Not lose, but don't get any new ones.
Rainer, you
But
sure
I don't
you're
know,
on
I
the
mean-
server?
Yes.
I can't get the server list either. But if it's Giant servers crashing,
Or-
I mean, Giant servers probably are coming back in a way that it works for some people and not for others.
I get that Giants makes tons of money from consoles, but it's slowly killing the modding. Also, the endless whining from console players are tears. Yeah,
Well, I guess the whining from console players is I don't get any of it because I'm not around any console players.
yeah, we
I mean,
have.
it's all about the community you're interacting with.
Yeah, this and the console players who join our streams, and there are plenty of them. They compliment always on the mods that we do and say I feel sad that it's not on console, but it is like it is. And so we get a really positive feedback from console players. That's because we do not the typical vehicle that has one script, and for that it doesn't go on console. We just do scripts only.
And I guess if they make scripting much more difficult, there will be less of that whining because there will be less PC only mods.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already that
And-
way.
Yeah, and that way, all of the mods will be cross-play, and everyone can play on their old grey Nintendo NES, and it'll all be fine.
I mean, there's always 2 sides to that coin, because if you compare a random FS13 tractor to a random FS22 tractor, chances that the FS13 tractor had like 5 or 6 additional scripts in it are really high. I mean, some had 10 or 12 additional scripts, and in FS22, most tractors released don't have any scripts. But then again, they don't need any scripts because a lot of the functionality that has been added via scripts in older FS versions are now integrated in a base game and often done better, or at least as good as it was back when it was a mod script. So that's a positive also.
I think at one point we will have to be Bullet Bill.
Probably, yes. I also think that the trend towards global mods is a good one. I mean, so many things that were stuff that had to be added to each vehicle on its own is now a global script. And I think that is a very good trend.
Hmm.
So I don't think everything's lost. It's just stuff is changing, and Giants and the models need to try and keep up with the change, but also try and
99% and lost to server connection again.
try and look for solutions to make it easier for modders to start. I think that's probably the most important part, because we always need new modders to keep the game going. Because most modders, I don't know what is the average lifespan of a modder. It's probably 2 FS versions, maybe.
I don't know. Look in the mirror.
Yeah, I'm the exception to that rule, but I know I'm the exception to that rule because of all the names from back in the day. I mean, basically none are left.
Yeah,
Like modders from FS08 or something. I don't think any one of these
they
is
are
still
working
actively
at
modding.
Giants.
Yeah, that's the. But I mean, what is that? A handful of people at most.
Yeah, but back in the days there were only a handful of good modders.
Yeah, good. That's true.
I mean, so it all comes back to the same issue. Money rules the world, and that's the direction FarmSim will go. It's not going in the direction of modding teams. Or, I mean, yes, maybe it could. It goes into the direction of professional modding teams. If Giants can outsource certain stuff to high qualified modding teams, and they don't have to deal with the other stuff anymore, and they still get the same amount of money with less time effort, sure, they will do it. It's a company at the end, yeah.
So, I mean, it's always a difficult thing to because there are way better ways of making money than game development. So the fact that they are in game development means that they at least
when I started
have something where something in them that makes them do that stuff besides wanting money.
When I started my forage business, I was in the beginning, I was pretty much as you are. I was mowing every piece of grass that I could take or get. Yeah, because with no name you don't get the big fields. Then I had too much forage, too much hay. I had to sell it. Suddenly I had not enough. Suddenly I bought hay from others and resold it. Suddenly the buying of the hay was much less expensive than making it my own. So I left the self-making out and just bought. And this is pretty much the way it goes with FarmSim. They started as a university project. They did all themselves. Then they got help. Then they saw that the money they can make with the help and themselves doing less is more. Then they didn't have to do any, and they kept more in. And suddenly they do keep. They don't add that much stuff in the game. They just polish it, and they earn even more. It's just business as usual, and the idealistic. Oh, come on! The idealistic or idle view of us PC players is just not up to date anymore. We are not the center of the FarmSim ecosystem anymore. We are we got outrun by the 6 to 10-year-old who's playing on console, and daddy is buying the game because he knows it's better than Call of Duty. Did I lose my internet connection now, or
no, you're still here, still listening. I think you're kind of right, and ultimately, if I guess people that play it on PC, if it went that route, would just keep playing it still anyway. They'd still buy it, so Giants would still get the money from them. And
yeah, up to the point where we get Bullet Bill, who stood on FS17 and said, "I'm happy with it." This is a very difficult standpoint to be honest. To say, okay, what I get from the old game is much more than the new features from the new game will bring to the table for my amusement. With FS17 compared to FS19, I don't get it, but I also get it. Yeah, the amount of mods that were there, I get it. The modability of FS17, I get it, but compared with the quality of FS19, I don't get it. But now with FS22 compared to FS19 to FS70, I totally get it.
Yeah, and I think quite a lot of people hung on to 19 for things like MaizePlus and all the other mods that just weren't available on 22 for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it either way. I mean, especially 17 to 19, I don't get, because 17 was compared to FS19. 17 was a very bad running game. Performance was bad. Crashes were, especially if you had lots of mods and maps. Basically, you couldn't play without having crashes once in a while. And I think FS19 was a much more stable game.
Funny thing, the lighting now in FS22 and the shaders and shadows and all that stuff is such a big impact. I never thought it would be. I thought FS19 was pretty much a perfect game, but now hopping from FS22 to FS19 with all the glory, just the lighting and the shadows of the plants, crops and all that stuff, it's so unbelievable freaking better in FS22.
Yeah, and I mean, you could enable shadows for plants in FS19 if you edited the map, but it would never run as smooth as it does in FS22 because performance increase. So it's those are
the lighting
really key features that make it hard to say, yeah, no, I want to stay at FS19.
I mean the lighting. You always talked about modding around the sun to get the lighting when it's when it's rainy. It's not sunshine on the ground and all that stuff, and it really makes a difference now. It really makes a difference.
I think you need to start a player.
So what is
safe game or something like that? No, I don't think the servers are coming back.
So what is or will be the new key feature on FS2X that maybe let us think about, we're not staying at 22?
I think for me personally, the only reason when I would ever stay back and say, yeah, that's the version now, I'm not going to the next one, is if they remove scripting or just changed it in a way that is impossible, or removed any other big part of modding. I mean, if they removed the ability to make maps, I would totally, I wouldn't even want to buy it or play it to test it.
No, I mean the other way around.
I think. What do you mean?
What would be the key feature?
Yeah, I know, but I
get that you are pointing out now what would provide you from buying the new one. But I mean, what would be the key feature that you would definitely buy it, even if the other parts were not in there?
None.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
I mean, it's literally if they remove scripting or mapping or any other big part of modding, I mean, I wouldn't care what the game does, because well, that's not true. I mean, if we are in some like magical fairy tale dream world where they basically made a game so realistic and so well done that no mods are needed, yeah, I would buy it. But I mean, that would mean that they had to add a map that is made as well as the best modded maps. They would have to have added all the realism script mod stuff that is currently known and maybe will be known in the future. And I mean, that's never going to happen. So.
And a trillion old and young timers and a clutch that is working as intended. And
exactly.
And
no, I mean, I guess a really well done map. A few really well done maps, because I mean, even the best map is going to get boring if you need to play it for a few years. and really well done models, but also proper physics, proper clutch and gearbox and all that stuff. Yeah, I guess I might still play it then, even if there was no modding. I wouldn't like it because I mean, but at least 50% of the fun of Farm Sim for me is modding.
Yeah, for me it's becoming more and more each day. Sometimes I feel like in kindergarten, and I mean it in the best possible positive way.
That didn't sound positive.
No, it's if you ever had to watch out for more than 5 kids at the same time, you will
That
get
sounds painful.
you will get what I mean. I had often a lot of kids at our farm, and never ever all kids behave the same. And if you got 10 kids and you got 9 kids running in straight lines, there's always this one kid. And when you have to focus on this one kid, the other 9 lose their way. And this is pretty much how I feel with Farming Agency.
Rainer, are you still on the server?
I never get
He's AFK.
I never get all in line. There was not one time where not at the end of the day this big hammer smashed down and said, "You didn't really think so, huh? Did you?" And yeah, this is what keeps you from your actual work. And I would say the last 4 to 5 months, yeah, I had some kids that behaved well and some had the flu and whatever, but there was always that hammer coming from giants with very, very annoying behavior. The way they scripted, the way they did whatever with the servers, and today is already proving what I'm saying. It was a really good day. I mean, I had my migraine and then stuff, but I was really enjoying that stuff today. And yeah.
And Giant said no.
And Giant said no. And I promise you, next time when the server's running well and all that stuff, maybe someone here in my town means to cut the internet connection or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always this one child who's saying, "No, mister, not today." Deutsch is on the server too.
Is it worth trying to restart Farm Sim?
Oh, I did that a couple of times now.
Okay.
But I will do it again. I just have to keep in mind. I'm not sure if the
Classic IT solution: switch it off, switch it back on again.
Yeah, I mean, I could try to restart my whole computer.
That shouldn't affect whether you can get on a Giant server. Wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I think the effect of renaming me would be much higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Pretend to be someone else.
yeah, but it's now the 15th time that I see the server, that I see that two
There's
guys
two
from
people
us
on there.
are on there, and it's loading now, and with 99%, and then I lose connection again.
Well, I'm not even getting the server list. So.
Simon Hall, good evening. It's just the replay from Deutsche from BGL Terra Life beta streams. When I spent the whole evening on the server and they had to reconnect 5 or 6 times. This time it's the other way around. Because our server is now not in Frankfurt anymore. We have a private one.
So it's dodgy script mods you use.
Yeah. We never use any scripts. Never.
Because you're such a fan of crossplay.
Oh yeah. this is one thing I can tell you. Just make the yeah, and I lost again. I lost the connection again. There's you can make the crossplay at your server if it allows crossplay or not.
Oh, the server list has finally lost connection. Great. I finally got a server list after the 30th try, and immediately lost connection.
Yeah, but I mean, we can switch the title of the stream from playing to
Not playing.
Holla die Waldfee. I had
Farm sim menus.
I had Farm Sim started 2 times now. No, we can switch it to podcast. I mean, if Giants can do a podcast, we can do it better. At least we don't charge. We don't charge for our professional DLC, whatever.
Disappointing licensed content.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I've been using that. I use that one quite often because they're really disappointing.
Yeah. Today, someone in the German chat wrote, it was John Deere again. It was going around John Deere. I think so. It was John Deere, or if not, I'm taking it now for John Deere. He said, to drive a John Deere is like playing Stappenbach in FS19. You know Stappenbach, the map Stappenbach?
No, never played that.
Yeah, so you're never driving a John Deere. No, it was quite disappointing because there were missing a lot of permissions, and the effort that was put into the map was not that big. It was quite a disappointment.
Yeah, I did try out the DLC tractors, and the base game ones for yards are better. They actually go around corners and things like that, which the DLC ones don't seem to.
You see the guy here in blue, Dreizylinder power.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that he would hop in when I'm speaking of John Deere because he's a big John Deere fan. But he has the old ones that were still built in Mannheim, in Germany. So he's got the good ones. Simon Hall, I hope you're all well. May I ask where did your vouchers from? Converted them from FS19. Reboot router. The router used to work for me in 19 after issues. Yeah, I think if I reboot my router, that will take too long to pick up the stream again.
Probably.
I think I can manage to maybe restart the computer. But I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I mean, at least I tried to keep up the English stream today. Against all odds.
We covered some good stuff, particularly seeing as your head's trying to explode.
Yeah. It's if you wear the right helmet, it can explode, but keeps in shape because of the imploding at the same time.
Yeah.
So no, it's just a typical day, really. This one kid today, yeah.
Yeah, that special kid.
That special kid with special needs.
Yeah, wears a t-shirt with a big F on the front of it.
And the duck on the back?
Yeah. Yep. That kid is all kind of ducked up.
Are they released or private? No, they're kind of private because there are parts on from there's stuff on that has no permission to just release them. Still a very interesting stream nonetheless. Yeah, Quacker, by the way, you will see popping up in a couple of days maybe the precision farming. Phew, duck. The MaizePlus PDF in the translation channel, so that you can translate it. But you have no pressure there, so if you see it and you download it maybe next day, ready? No, of course not. But I think
the same day.
yeah, of course the same day. Simon Hall. Yeah, you're welcome. Neues Maschinchen? Wo neues Maschinchen? 3-Zylinder Power, neues Maschinchen? It's quite disappointing.
It's quite impressive that they haven't managed to get it fixed. I guess everyone's gone home.
Yeah, if I change to Erlengrad, it's still 0 games, so...
It's not like we're talking about a company that is interacting worldwide these days.
No.
Oh, now Erlengrad is back. 2,786 games, and now I switch to Chicho, and servers back, and when I try to join, I will get to 99%, and then lost connection.
Yeah, most of the servers there were empty, weren't they? So obviously some of Giant's favourites are allowed to connect.
BGO has the same issue. But yeah, we will have to talk for the farming agency stuff, of course. And lost connection again. So, and restart the game. Donald Duck you, Giants.
It looks like you've got confused with people in chat. Quacker.
A wise man once said,
He's not who you think he
to
is.
forget how to dig the soil.
Isn't he? Sure? Are you sure that you are the person you think you are?
I'm sure if you offer him an early copy of the PDF, he won't say no.
Yeah, I know. No, I thought it's Quacker in the. Let's have a look. Oh, the offline people are not shown in but I could look for the row. Let's see if I'm wrong or if he doesn't even know that he is. Oh, it was Drago. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, and Drago left shitty. Drago went off a couple of minutes ago. Dang it! It's Drago V, who was the. Yeah, it happens. I mean, it's still me.
Hello, Rusty.
I see you're lowering the tone and quality again by letting the disturb bloke on. What? Is he friend or foe?
Yeah.
No, speak.
I recognize the name. I think might be someone who watches my stuff.
Yeah, friend or foe?
I would imagine friend.
Okay. So it's
definitely not a known foe.
So Rusty is the one with the British humor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, let's start swapping some stuff around here. at least. You can change your tech.
Yeah, I can do.
Into this.
Yeah, I don't want to do that while I'm connected. You know, I have a habit of breaking stuff.
Yeah.
I'll do that afterwards.
Yeah, I think really we should wrap it up because it's not getting any better and getting back into. I personally think
45 minutes of the multiplayer load screen is probably enough.
Yeah, I think, and I believe, the second I end the stream, you know this feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Just, this is as typical. I will only watch one series, one episode. Dang it! The whole season's already. or this searching something, starting from the top to the bottom, and then. I will start from the back end up to the top, and then when you are up, you see that you had just to pick one more, and you would have found your result.
Yeah,
always this feeling.
We can definitely boot Rusty out, I think.
Nee, ist nichts mehr mit Klippen. Yeah, the annoying thing is that 2 people are on the server, right?
Mm.
So to be a good,
not just you would think that those people would be nice people and drop their spot so that you could maybe squeeze in.
No, just to be the good commander in chief, I really have to stop the server. No, it's just I really think we will wrap it up here because no matter how, it's getting late and getting back into it will take ages. Maybe we will do another stream, an English stream in between or something like that. But at the moment we don't have too much new to announce anyways. We have to get our head around precision farming and farm sim in general for the upcoming stuff after MaizePlus. Sam has to do the 2 things for MaizePlus that we can final test it.
Yep, it's close.
Yeah. So when we get the features in and the PDFs are made or filled up with the missing parts, I think we are pretty much on the way to ModHub then. But of course I will not announce when we send it to ModHub. So no matter how hard you try and ask for the next couple of weeks, I will not answer you if it's sent to ModHub or not.
We'll just watch for the testing list. Although not every mod that goes into testing makes it onto that list.
Yeah, I know. That's a good thing. So
I guess if you can ask them to not put it on there.
Yeah, I think you can ask for a lot, and they are very, very, very friendly in helping out with this stuff. So I think it would be the best for all of us, for Giants and for us, if it's not on the testing list at least in the first run.
Yeah.
And and maybe it passes with flying flags, and we oops, it's already there. No, I don't know. So with MaizePlus, it's all settled and done so far, so good. Just the 2 features, but there will be not that big of a change. We will our next steps will be that we try to get our horse extension and Terra Life beta stuff from FS19 into this map here, just to get a little bit more fun and to have a map where we can test on certain machineries that our partners are making, and give you a much bigger variety of stuff that we can show. But the Terra Life stuff, all the deep going stuff, all the things that go really in depth, I will not spoil, I will not show, I will not tell you. I will keep it up in general that we speak about stuff that we are planning, but not what we are working in special on at the moment, because it's too difficult to really be sure that even if we got it in the game, that it stays in the game. And I want to avoid stuff like happened with the video with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to keep the expectations that high or higher than necessary, because we still don't know on how it changes. I could say we have to wait for a precision farming update or other stuff. It's partial true. It's not a complete lie, because we hope on stuff changing, because there are issues and errors in the game that we need to be sure that they fix it, or need to be sure that they don't fix it so that we can fix it, but that we don't fix it and they fix it then also, and we have to refix our fix.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah. And yeah,
I guess you've learned a lot from doing MaizePlus, that things can be painful when they shouldn't be, or you don't expect them to be.
Yeah, and that a lot of big stuff, a lot of the big stuff that we really thought would be very, very hard to put into the game went very smoothly, and a lot of those tiny little things took ages. So we really can't say we have this timetable. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, my timetable was I wanted to have MaizePlus released on the 15th of January this year. That was how optimistic I was. And yeah, 5 months later, I'm still optimistic, but I'm talking not about it anymore.
Yeah, you're just optimistic about a different date.
Yeah. So, what can I say?
There were so many unknowns when you started doing it with FS22, and so much that was promised that would be better, I guess, that actually you found was quite, like say, things you thought should be easy were quite difficult to get to work.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we got MaizePlus now more sorted out. It's cleaner. It's more XML stuff, the way Sam wanted it to be in FS19. If he had known how much we put in. So this is really nice. But the way Giants prepared FarmSim for XML work and not finished the implementation of it made it harder. So you can swap out a lot in XMLs to make it very easy for you guys to modify MaizePlus later on. But for example, motion path effects and all that stuff, or just simple L10N texts with the mod environment and all that stuff is so hard, because I'm not sure if it's the right way to say they didn't do it right, but they didn't do it the way it could be, so to say. So it makes it harder and complexer, and it's really, yeah, a box of pralines. You never know what you get. Yeah, Rusty, I didn't play FarmSim without MaizePlus. I mean, 4 months I didn't play it at all, or 3 months, because when you come from the MaizePlus horse extension stuff, I think it's hard to get back to vanilla. But we played on the Terra Life beta stuff with all the greenings and all the stuff, and it was really hard. It was really hard for me, and then just the basic stuff of MaizePlus in the vanilla game changed for me so much that I'm really enjoying it at the moment. But of course with one eye on the features that we had in FS19, and then with the other eye hoping on the features that we want to put in on top. And to put it in time so that we can play at least a year or 1.5 with our stuff ourselves. And have crazy ideas for the next one that will crash every idea, of course, then, because nothing will be possible in the next one. Then. No, it's really hard. So let's wrap it up. I thank very much Rainer for being here.
Yes.
And still playing on the server. Did you save?
Of course not.
Yeah, do so. I thank Modelleicher for being in the stream, who is muted. And, of course, our new team member, Disturb, who still has to change his name everywhere and there. And then we have to talk on how to get you into the farming agency secret part of the farming agency server, Discord. And what your job will be and what to expect from us and so on.
Salary and pension and...
You don't have to pay that much to be in farming agency, just to make that clear. Yeah, it isn't that much. So there's no worries about it. You can afford it. And thank you guys who stood with us until the end, where the stream switched to podcast, for your impressions and your support, for your tips, for your likings, for your sharings, for your comments, for everything. I'm Paul, and I'll be back.